So we're live. Hi, everyone. Great to be back. It's only a couple of hours since Sean and I were in somebody else's live stream, and only a day away from Sharp Show, which is the topic for tonight's show. Let's see if I can be clever and nope. Let's try again. Nope. I need to load it up. Right. Yeah, that's... So, so we have the fantastic Mikey, or however Randy's...
How'd you say it, Randy?
Mikey!
Mikey! Right, so we've got the lovely Mikey Newman with us. As always, I have Naked Sean and Randy. Randy's going to have a slightly different role because he was the only one amongst us that wasn't at Sharp Show. So he can ask any questions he likes and we'll try and answer it. I haven't got the rare footage of Tony, otherwise known as Blade in Wales. So if you want to see Tony in his habitat, you'll have to go back and check Slippy and Thrifty's show. Probably around about the 20-25 minute mark, somewhere like that. But it's part of Slippy's footage from Sharp Show. But we did catch the rare and elusive Tony.
Tony we caught him in the wild, didn't we?
He didn't look very happy about it at all, actually. So he was scampering off.
He was,
but it was really great to see everybody. I was trying to think of everybody that we saw. Let me get rid of this for now. So, but we saw we obviously Sean. We saw Mrs. Naked Sean, Mikey, Slippy, Paddy, Juddy.
Juddy.
I've got too many E's. Will, Nige, Griff,
Midknife,
Dave, Midknife Crisis, the lovely Bees, covered in bees, and the rare and elusive Steel City Knives, or Martin with his wife, and
Dan.
Sorry, who else?
Dan. Bladebridge.
Dan. Oh, of course, yeah, Dan Bladebridge, and Kongi was there as well. I think Mikey was having a great time rifling through Kongi's boxes, especially when he found out
weren't you?
Yeah. So it was a cracking day, and I think I said on Slippy's show that I think the best time for me was the time spent sitting around the table looking at people's purchases and just having a chat, really. Oh, Gadget Gus was there as well.
Oh, Gus was there. Of course he was. How can we leave out Gus?
I think he was trying to talk Mrs. Naked Sean into starting up a leatherworks business because we all had a feel of Sean's lovely, soft, supple sack.
I did like feeling Sean's sack.
Yeah,
I was feeling it at the same time as Bees.
Yeah, so we were well impressed with that. Let's just have a quick look, see who's in. I think we've got a few. Looks good. So we've got Chirk. Chirk was the first one in. Great to have you here, Chirk. And Slippy. Great to have Slippy on the show as well. And of course, Mrs. Naked Sean and Toby. The man with many names, as many names as he has sheds. So Tony.
Toby.
We've got Jason. Great to have you here as well. Of course, Randy's moderating as well as co-starring, which is great. Quick rundown. Yeah, we said about Tony Tensheds, who's here. Radar 468. Great to have you here as well. Nige as well. Great to meet you yesterday, Nige, and
we love Nige.
And Mrs. Nige as well. And he brought a lot of his knives, so we were looking at those as well. Did I mention Will? Will was there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, you did mention Will.
Okay, that's good. He's so good. We put him in twice. And Baxter's Blades, great to have you here, Andrew. So hopefully we've got some interesting knives. My knives you'll have seen on Slippy's show, the same for Sean. But we'll maybe take a closer look at a couple because I really want some help with a couple that I don't know much about. So maybe there's somebody who knows a little bit more about them. Is TK in the house?
Yeah.
Great to have DJ TK there. So it was great being on his show with Slippy and having a great chat afterwards where, as usual, Sean just keeps bringing out more stuff to astound and amaze us. That's why Sean needs his own show, because he's got so much great stuff. I think that's it for now. I think we've gone through everyone. So just before we look at knives, and we won't take too long. So what beverages have you got with you? Should we start with Sean at the top? So what have you got, Sean?
So I've got a Desperado.
Very nice.
So I
I
better
like a bit Mexican. And Mikey,
Here's
what have
everybody.
you got?
I'm on the old Dandelion and Burdock.
Oh, the Fentimans, yeah, very nice. Not non-alcoholic because it's a school night for you, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Randy, come on, amaze us with your
About 100% in it. Go on, Randy.
Tower Station. It's a Flagstaff beer.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Station.
Tower Station, and it's IPA, but it has a citrus to it.
Okay.
I'm not a fan, but we got a lot of local breweries. We have what is it? We have Mother Road, Dark Sky, Wanderlust. There's like 5 other. We got like 5 or 6 breweries.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. And how many percent is it, Randy? Because it's normally in the double figures.
It's 6.8.
Oh, okay. That's like a light beer for you, yeah.
But I got this one.
Voodoo Ranger.
You've had those before, haven't you? Oh,
9%.
Jeez.
My mom grabbed me.
What,
this one.
Yeah.
It's just an Imperial IPA.
Your mum, she gets you some great knives and some great beers. She looks after you well, your mum, yeah?
She's awesome.
She's awesome and super cool.
Yeah.
I've just got this cheeky little ruby red ale. It's an Audi special, and it's a mere 5%, which is, like lemonade for Randy. So, and I'm actually so the first knife was this Boca Mini Tech Tool, and I'm just going to try out the cap lifter, and I hope I don't muck it up. Oh, it's not good at getting a grip on the. There we go.
Yeah, I'm not going to get one.
Anyway, cheers everyone. I hope people at home have a beer or other beverage on the go, because it gets a bit dry talking here. And if I'm watching somebody's show, I normally have a beer on the go as well if it's that time of the evening. So Mikey, as you're our guest, do you want to show us?
I don't feel like a guest. I just feel like one of the crew, really.
Yeah, you're because this is 2 weeks in a row, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not part of the furniture now.
I've got to remember who I've got next week. Actually, I'll have to have a look at some point, because
I think it's Mikey Newman.
Oh, you're more than welcome. I'm trying to think.
I'm joking. I'm only joking.
Actually set up. I'll have to check. I think it might be Make Cutlery Great Again.
Oh, that'd be good.
I've definitely got him booked, and then JO Ventures. I can't remember which order they're in though, so I'll try and have a look. Okay, so Mikey, so as nobody will have seen your knives yet, because so show us something that you acquired yesterday.
Well, hold on. Were you banned from the TK show? Flippy and Thrifty show?
Yeah.
Why didn't they have you on?
Oh,
I was busy. I was driving back.
Okay.
I'm sure it would have been on otherwise.
I'm gonna you know what? I got down to the hotel on Friday night, and I went out with Slippy and Dan, Alan, Will, Sean, and Mrs. Naked Sean, and then me and Slippy got back to the hotel, and there was a box on my bed, and it was full of knives. So the first one I am going to show you is a custom My Carter sack with exposed pins.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
That's
I
super
asked-
cool, yeah.
Yeah, I asked Slippy if he could do me an exposed pin sack in my Carter, and he went, "Yep, no problem." And I've got one, and it's really good. I really like. I'm a real fan of seeing like the pins on it.
Yeah. And which one is that?
Oh, you're asking a non sack man. Yeah, it's one of them ones, one of them metal ones with the screwdriver on the back.
Is it a Huntsman?
No, because it's not got scissors. It's got a saw.
Ah.
Has it got a saw? Or it has got is it a climber maybe, or
Could be yeah. Oh, it's a total custom. Hang on, we've got Slippy in the house.
oh, it's a total custom. Oh no, it hasn't. It's got the file.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it is complete custom. Yeah. Ooh, look
That's
at that.
probably more useful to you than the saw.
Absolutely. It's got the Phillips screwdriver on the back. It's got main blade. It's got pen. No, yeah, pen blade. Oh yeah, and it's awesome. My exposed pin. So that'll be going in my pocket tomorrow.
That's nice.
And then he gave me a couple of Roadcraft slips.
Excellent. So I think he's calling it the Swiss Army egg.
The Swiss Army. It's called the Swiss Army. Thanks for that, slips.
A seg.
And then he gave me, and he's going to have to chime in again because he gave me a little plain Alox 58mm, but I can't remember the model of it.
Oh, it's a 58mm.
58mm plain Alox, file, blade, scissors.
Companion. Hiya, Griff. Great to have you here. And
that's in really good condition as well. Lovely little sack. And and there was this case as well that he like gave me. Randy, look at that lovely yellow Delrin. It's turned off. It's gone.
he's gone. Oh, of course. TK, it's very difficult to get any double entendre or even single entendre past TK without him.
And I think we dated this to 1977.
Yeah, there's one just like that at my the local coin shop.
You can like sharpen fish hooks on it as well because it's got the scaler and the gorger and that as well.
Yeah, that's cool. 1977.
Yeah, vintage. And I think I'm trying to remember now. I've got knives everywhere. I think that, oh no, there was another knife which I actually really like because I really like the two blades on it. This was from Slippy as well.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
What's that one, Mikey?
We don't actually know what it is. I believe there is a tungsten, but it's very worn. Let me get my eye spyglass.
Just blind the audience. Yeah,
I think Slippy said it might be Swedish. Is it EKA maybe?
Eka. Yeah, Eka.
Eka, Swedish, is it? That's a really nice size, that. And yeah, so straight away, I had some knives before Sharp Show had even started.
Ah, maybe that's why you were a bit slow off the mark because we were a little bit worried about you.
I didn't buy a knife for at least the first 3 hours. I didn't buy anything,
wasn't it?
I didn't buy a thing. Somebody bought. I think Judd bought some coffees, and then Gus bought some coffees, and I thought about it, and I thought it was gone. I think it was about 1 o'clock when I bought my first knife.
Was that because you had a special knife in mind? Because I know you went there to look at one because it was. Knife, wasn't it?
I walked in there, and obviously we weren't the first in the queue, and people were queuing in there. We all went in as a group, didn't we? I remember Paddy and Judd being in front of me. I was talking to Gus. Well, actually, Paddy and Judd were behind us, and by the time we got to the front of the queue, they had pushed in the front, I think.
And then they just disappeared. They were like,
well, I walked in there. Gus was just finding his ticket on his phone, and I looked up, and there was nobody in front of me. They had gone.
It was
Paddy
like
Paddy just disappeared.
You know where they had the arrows of where they were going to go. I think they just literally.
I think they used those arrows. I think they went straight to those stalls. Yeah,
and they were off.
So I was having a wander around, but there's so many stalls there, and I wasn't sure what to look at, and I was wandering around, and I was meeting so many people, and then I bumped into Nigel Loftus, who's in the chat, and he gave me this knife, which is
pretty special. That one, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Junzi Sword Hybrid. So it's now a Junzi, but it's a friction folder.
Cool.
That is unique, then, yeah. I've not.
I think this is number 2 of 2 because he built one, and I saw it at last year's Sharp Show.
Yeah.
And every time he showed it, I was putting little comments saying, "Mine, it's mine." Just to wind him up. So he just built me one. But he's done something even better to it as well. He's actually put in the back of it. Well, now let me grab it out. He's put in a Victorinox pen.
Oh, cool!
That's cool.
Cool.
So it's the Junzi with the pen in the back as well, and a sword friction folder blade. Yeah. And if you shine a light on it as well, you can see that the sword lights up and bits of the handles light up as well, like glow in the dark kind of thing. So yeah, clever man. Thank you very much for that, Nigel.
That's fantastic. Yeah, because Nigel had a real glow in the dark knife in his collection. I remember him shining a.
Did you see his case full of knives? That was quite nice.
Yeah. He had some great stuff there.
He had some lovely line steels in there, line steel Barlows. He had about four or five of them. They were stunning. He had some Ashley Harrisons in there as well, and some real nice pieces. Lots of twisted assisted knives as well.
Yeah. And
he bought actually on the day. He bought a Leading Edge Knife Works friction folder that was absolutely stunning.
Right.
And that. So yeah. So I was walking around, and then we had our first sit down, didn't we? In that little area. And
there was some poor lady who was having a coffee and reading a book. I'm guessing her husband was there, and then Paddy sat down first, and then she was just invaded by all these people around it. Because I remember she had sort of pinkish hair, didn't she?
All those knife nuts.
Yeah, but. Well, she was at a knife show, so what do you expect? But
yeah, true.
It was cool. I'd just like to welcome Booger McGee. Great to have you here. I think you missed Slippy and TK's show. It's well worth going back and looking because the video that Slippy took was very evocative of the show and the different stalls. Great to have Captain Huzzah here as well, and I think I saw Scott N. So great to have you here as well, Scott. So
Marco and Elon too.
Is Elon in the house?
Finally,
Elon
is. Elando.
Must be fun, Elon.
So Elon was one of the ones who got away. Great to have Marco here as well. So welcome, Marco. And I think we're up to date. Yeah. So
yeah, I was sat at that table for our first little meet up, and you all started pulling out your first purchases. Slippy appeared from nowhere with a bag of knives that he had just bought. Like literally, I don't know. His first purchase was 27 knives and a bag of more knives. And then everyone looked at me and said, "What did you buy?" And I said, "I haven't bought anything yet." And
I think I put a hand to Mikey's brow just to check his temperature because we thought maybe he was coming down with something. But
fortunately,
you bided your time, didn't you? And
fortunately, Judd said, "Right, come on, we are going to buy you a knife," and he just dragged me off to buy a knife.
And what did you buy? Because it wasn't just
My first purchase. Oh yeah. Well, I wanted a TRC knife.
You got one.
This is what that. Well, it wasn't the one that I went for, but it was the one that I fell in love with.
But it was about half the price of the one that you went for, wasn't it?
Well, the one that I went for was a TRC Apocalypse, which is a big old survival knife, and they'd done a limited edition one in the apocalyptic finish for SharpShow and stuff like that. But it was 750 quid, and I was like, I'm not paying that. I'm just not going for that at all. But I was looking at their other knives. They're really nice. Guy on there and some nice ladies on there too. So I was talking about the knives. I said that I had the DBK knife and stuff, and we were talking, and they showed me the South Pole, but not in Elmax, in Magna Cut. And I walked away with the TRC South Pole in Magna Cut.
I like that one a little bit better.
It's a little bit smaller. It's a little bit more easy to. It's very comfortable in the hand. Really nice jimping.
Yeah.
Everybody that saw it at the show was like, "Yeah, this feels great." It comes in a really cool Kydex sheath that just locks it in solid. There's no rattle in that.
Yeah.
So I got the TRC South Pole Magna Cut, and I'm very, very pleased with this. I love this knife.
And this is one you can see yourself using, yeah?
I'm definitely going to use this knife. In fact, I can't wait to use it. I'm going to split some logs with it. Yeah.
Have you seen the HK5 from EPS?
No, I don't think I have.
A little bit bigger than I think you'd love it.
Well, I mean, I did do a Randy whilst I was at the show. I went to the Twisted Assisted stand to talk to James and stuff, and he's just had some fixed blades made up as prototypes that are going to be like the next thing for Twisted Assisted, and they're going to come in 4 sizes. And me straight away picked up the 10-inch one. I'm waving it about, and I cut myself.
Really?
I said, James, just take that knife back. I'm just going to the toilet to bleed for a bit.
I nearly did that. I pinched my finger closing an Arthur Wright that I got from Dan Bladebridge.
Right.
Because the tang's quite sharp, and if you're not careful when you close it, you sort of or was it opening it? I think it was opening it actually. Yeah. It sort of pinched my finger, but I didn't draw blood. Thank goodness. So,
well, I did manage to draw blood, and I was dripping blood on the floor as well as I was legging it to the toilet. So, there we go.
But do the knives look good though? The new ones from Twisted, yeah.
Oh, they're amazing.
Are they?
I'll send you guys some first aid kits.
I did have a mini first aid kit with me actually. I have a fix-it kit with some plasters in.
I should have come and found you. I did have some in the car, but I didn't want to leave the building because of all the nice shiny things.
Yeah.
I did look at. I nearly bought the what's the small fixie from Twisted Assisted?
The Gambler.
I nearly bought one of those because I had it in hand and it felt nice, and then I ended up getting some bigger fixies.
Sean's got one.
Show us that, Sean. Do you want to show us it?
Sean, you show us your Gambler. Oh, he's got the Mike Carter as well. Look at that.
It's nice, isn't it?
He's got the naked Mike Carter scales.
It's small but quite chunky, isn't it? I like the grind on it too.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Actually, this was from I purchased this last year at the Sharp Show.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
I did.
Nice, yeah.
I did send one over to a TK. He's quite fond of it, I think.
Yeah. Right. That's cool. So what else then, Mikey? So was there anything else? And then we're.
Oh, and I went over to see Kongi because I purchased a knife in the week, and I said, "Don't send it to me. I'll just pick it up at SharpShow." And it was the old hickory slip joint.
Nice addition. That's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
do you know what? TK bought one and did a video on it, and it was really good.
I saw his
lovely-
review. His review was good.
Yeah, half stop, nice walk and talk. Very basic feeling, very like a work knife, but I absolutely love it. And it came in. It came in the box, all up wrapped up. I think it's brand new, factory edge. When these were online over here, they were £55, I think. I got this for like 30, so
good deal.
Absolute bargain. I really like that. So that was a really nice slip joint that I picked up, and then and then I purchased a French knife.
Ah, yes.
With
nice case, isn't it, as well? But it's
it's a lovely case, and it's even got bees on the press studs. And I bought this off of a guy that I bought a knife off of the previous year. He was there again. All of his knives were like used and like second hand, or it's got a lovely wooden handle and a lovely long blade.
Oh, cool.
Got a works back spring, and again, it's got a bee on it as well. Unfortunately, it's a little bit long for UK legal carry.
Yeah, but you're okay. You can just say it's for work, can't you? You can pop it in your work bag, and
the blade is 3 3/4 inches.
Is it?
Yeah, but it's a lovely knife.
You needed to find the ladies' version.
Yeah, that's what we said, didn't we, when we was having a chat?
Yeah, I think that's what Elan said. That's if he wants to get a legal one, he tries to find if there's a ladies' version.
But it is one of those. I'm not sure. I mean,
You're looking for the blade wrap.
I am trying to close it very, very gently, just in case it hits the back spring. I'm not sure if it does or not, to be fair, because it doesn't look like it's got any blade wrap.
Do you think that's an issue because the blade's so long?
No, I think it was the way they designed them. Because there's so many slip joints out there with long blades that don't get blade wrap.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's just an old pattern. I think some of the makers have worked on a way where they don't wrap, just by putting some a bit more steel, to leave some more steel at the base of the blade, so when it closes, it's that hits the back spring. But yeah, so.
Okay, Elan, our French knife expert, has said that's actually small for a laguiole. I can never say that last bit. Is it a laguiole? Anyway, Dave said that his one is bloody dangerous. Yeah, and I think he's also said, just snap the end off. That's make it
just
cut it down a bit. No, I don't.
You get a job point.
Well, it's funny talking about blade wrap because I've got a floral, Victorinox floral, and it came with a very small nick in the blade, and I did wonder if that was due to blade wrap because it sort of lines up with one of the pins are. But I was going to ask Tony, I think he's here, if he's had any nicks in the blades of his ones. I've actually taken it out. It didn't take a lot to sharpen it out. But I just wonder because somebody else commented it on my video saying that they'd had a similar sort of little notch in the blade. But it's the first time I've had any defect in any Victorinox at all. But anyway, so that was a laguiole. So anything else, Mikey?
And my third and final purchase of the show was from Kongi. He didn't have all of his knives out.
What? Why not? I don't get that. He was paying for a stall. Why didn't he put them all out?
He said next year he's going to get 2 tables because he couldn't fit all the knives on and then make, and then lay them all out in a way where people can see them all. So
yeah,
there was all these boxes piled up behind him, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've got loads more knives," and that's where he had all these Spydercos and his Benchmades, and I think he had Kaisers and a few Case and stuff. But I was going through his boxes as you do at Sharp Show, and I found a Benchmade 940 Osborne in Magna Cut.
Oh,
what's the scales?
Aluminium, I think maybe, or like a copper color.
Nice. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I was really pleased with this. And the great thing about Kongi was I had a couple of knives in my rucksack, and I did a trade.
Oh, fantastic!
So I got rid of a couple of knives that I wasn't using, and got a really nice high-end Benchmade that I absolutely will use. Yeah. And that was my third and final knife purchase of SharpShow'24.
See, I think that matches up to my theory that the proper collectors just get 2 or 3 good ones. They don't panic buy like I did and get 10. And so, because Sean only got a couple, but he got a couple of good ones. We'll come on to those in a bit.
Oh, Sean's French knife is lovely.
I think Kongi's stall was one of those good stalls. There was some great stuff on there, and especially his little bargain box. I think I got 2 knives, 3 knives out of his little bargain box, which was great. Nice. So I think we could do with more bargain boxes, more stalls with a few bargain boxes there.
Nigel found that nice. Was it a Marbles smooth white bone sod buster in there that had been dyed with tea?
Yes.
Do you remember?
It was a really nice color as well. It's like an orangey color.
It tasted amazing. PG tips.
Did you lick it? Lick it.
Sweet or unsweet?
There was that poor lady that stood there and said, "I've never seen anybody sniff knives before."
Well, just as we were queuing, I think Bees had brought some Victorinox, like a free fragrances or something. You know that you get.
Yeah.
And I think she gave them to Slippy to try, and I think the men's one was okay, but the women's one was not so good.
Isn't it just like knife oil?
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't what I thought Victorinox smelt of.
I like to splash on a bit of 3-in-1 in the morning.
That's more like more what I would think of. We've had the our Victorinox floral expert. I can't find the thing now, but I think he hasn't had. Yeah, there we are. He's never had a damaged floral blade. It's good to have the Norwegian tinkerer in. So that's great. I'm just checking if we've got anybody else new. I think that's WD-40. That's another smell or
product placement.
Mark, hold on. We have cologne in the U.S. based off of WD-40. It's called WD-40 cologne.
Really?
Hops number 9, the gun oil.
Yeah.
Gun cleaning stuff.
I mean, I've been to places where people definitely smell of that, but I don't think they were putting it on as cologne. But
some people, like I said, I just wrote, "Oh, this is great."
Yeah.
No.
Okay, let's see. And if they're watching, feel free to sponsor the show or send some free samples. We're not proud. We're always keen to have some sponsorship or free stuff. So and that's very that's a very British thing to say, Dave. It's a sort of
only in America.
I'm glad you said it first. That's great. And not we're just having some fun with our I was going to say colleagues, then they're not, with our American friends. I think I used the word colleague in a video. I'm obviously used to work stuff, but
well, I mean, Randy's like a paid-up member of staff now, isn't he? He's
nice.
like our UK plant, really. We just give him Sheffield knives.
Kind of like a mascot.
Yeah,
I think so. I think you moderate for so many shows.
Just like around like this.
And a great T-shirt, Randy. Yeah, I do like the full out. What's up, TK? Are you not up? Are you above free stuff? I think it was one of the. I've been quite honest. It's one of the reasons I started a channel was to get sent free stuff. I haven't had a lot of it yet.
So
a few bits and pieces. And Randy gets sent loads of free stuff.
Well, as far as companies go, this is probably my favorite free stuff.
Let's pop it up.
What have you got to show that for? I'm so jealous.
You can get one and I'll send it to you.
And it is so Randy as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Halloween.
But
and a nice blade shape. It's cracking up. So Sean's been sitting there very quiet and putting a few things up. So Sean, now you showed some stuff on. So do you want to take us through your purchases? Because you were very select in yours, but some really good stuff. And I know Elan's going to like at least one of them.
So my first purchase was this old timer.
Very nice.
So yeah, 61 OT. Just had a mental block there for a second. Some lovely patina on it. Look at those tinas. God damn.
Remember to about patinas, boy.
That looks like Slippy's had that knife for at least a week.
Yeah, he's been eating his breakfast with it.
Yeah, and his lunch.
I like.
So yeah, I was really pleased to find that.
That's a cracking
And then,
knife.
Milan, are you ready for this?
That's my knife that you stole from me, Sean. I was sat there at the table and it disappeared.
And we need if Elan's there, we need him to translate because we got as far as the 32, the Trente deux.
It says property. It says property of Mikey Newman.
It says
Mikey.
Dumas Ain. Dumas Ain. Dumas Ain. So
yeah, it's
it might take a while for the Elan translation to come through. It's a cracking shaped blade, though, isn't it?
It's an awesome knife. That it's lovely.
In fact, it looks a bit like a sheep's foot that somebody's used a lot and sharpened a lot.
Is it like a rope knife or something? Like a rope?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Hasn't it?
But it's Kantan.
Oh, it's a guillotine.
Yeah, it bit me earlier.
Did it?
Just a tiny little kiss.
That's because it doesn't want to live with you. It wants to live with me.
I bled on it now. It's too late.
Oh, hang on.
I don't mind a bit of DNA.
Elan wants you to DM him a pic. I think he means the knife, not one of your usual pics.
Oh, you mean the knife? Oh,
yeah.
I've just sent him some pics.
I just did too.
Yeah.
Poor Elon.
Yeah, I was really pleased with it. And then my third and final purchase was the.
Sean, could you just show us how easily you open that knife again, please?
Just rub it in.
No, just come on, Sean, just like show us how a man opens his Sheffield made pocket. Look at that.
Hang on, look. I can do the same with mine. Look. Oh, jeez. I had it half open because Slippy said, leave it open. Oh, look, there we go. Oh, jeez. I'm just about to herniate myself. There we go. Easy.
It's easy.
It's got a pull of about 15. This one.
Randy's going to do it. Look, Randy's done it. Look, Randy, is that a Sheffield?
Randy, come on.
Randy, is that a Sheffield knife?
Do the same with the Ettrick.
No, not the Ettrick. No.
But it does have a cracking backspring on that. But it is and a big thanks to Sean for taking me back to. He walked over to the Heine Haynes stall, and because one of the guys just lied to me and said he didn't have any of the Arthur Wrights, and then Sean showed me where they were.
Well, the guy there probably saw your lack of upper body strength and thought you're not going to open it, so we'll just lie to you.
He thought, this old guy, he's never going to open it. Here's something easy. Well, then he showed me a Rosecraft. He said, "Oh, are you into traditionals?" And I said, "Oh, yeah. That's what I'm looking for." He showed me a Rosecraft, and then I gave him my usual thing about I don't think they're traditionals; they're modern traditionals. But he didn't bite, so I didn't have much fun there at all.
I didn't see many Rosecrafts there, but the Heine Storm was so hard to get to. It was rammed. I didn't get there till about 3 o'clock.
I couldn't face fighting through the people to get to it. But Bees managed to, and she bought 2 Rosecraft from there, didn't she?
Yeah.
Two from there and 1 from Congy, I think. She got 3, I believe.
Yeah. She got the Nola Chucky, and she got that teardrop one, the blue one.
Lake Tenassie.
And then the lines, the orange and black.
Yeah.
What's Sean waving at us there?
It's an Otter Messer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like there's.
It is indeed. And this was from Tony. Played him well. I told him I was gifting him a George Wostenholme pruner, and Tony, being Tony, wasn't going to let me get away with just giving him a gift without him returning the favour, and very, very kindly gifted me this.
That's because he's a very, very, very nice man. Very nice man.
Yes. Elusive, but nice. Yeah. Okay, Slippy. I get it.
He's like the Scarlet Pimpernel.
He is. Now, if only we could get him on the show. There's an apprentice of Shing's called Otter, and he puts Otter on his knives, and I think Tony bought 1 or 2 of those. I think maybe
got 2. I believe they got 2.
They were cracking knives.
He got
he got a good price on them as well. I bet next year they're going to be more expensive. But so if only he'd come on the show, he could show everybody these great picks that he had. But maybe we can persuade him at some point. I think we need to get some compromising pictures of him at one of the weekend things, and then. Oh,
me and Sean have got a few of them.
Have you?
We should do a whole.
We have the Slippy footage of Tony now that we can.
Well, like the back of his head.
Yes.
As he ran away.
As he scampered off. Yeah. So just having a look down. So what's this? This is I think I should read the comments before I put them up. But yeah. He did not have that. Right. Okay. I think I get that check. Yeah. So Jason's been working and lurking, and as Elon says, Tony has a great selection of both. Yeah. So, right. Anything else, Sean? Whoops.
Well, that was all I picked up this year. Yeah.
Yeah. And Randy, have you acquired any knives this week?
Actually, I did. I have them ready right now. So the first one, it's
let's pop you up. Thanks, Sean. That's great. Thanks. And Randy,
Testor 3. It's from Aitor. It's a Spanish knife, just like
yes. You've done a review on this, haven't you?
It's really nice. It only costs like $17-18. My only complaint is that the pull-on is really weak. Has a little lazy half stop. Not the greatest lockup. Like it just pops right down. So
yeah.
Not happy with this one. I'm not upset with it either, so I'm not going to return it. I love that.
The wood's lovely.
Wood, isn't it? Yeah.
Amazing. And then I bought a Ferraccio, a little pin blade, synthetic handle. And it's really cool how they did the pattern. If you look, it's kind of they alternated color, so that it's yellow here, gray here, and then gray here, and yellow here, and it kind of alternates all the way down. You probably can't see it. There you go. See, it's
that's cool. Yeah,
a reverse, and it's a nice little penknife. Has a good pull. I can't get it. A nice little spear point.
It's quite a sharp spear point, though, isn't it? I like that.
And a little key ring. I like that one a lot. And then Elon. Oh wait, I should show you the slip. It also came with a little belt slip.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it, but it was a knife that came with it. And then I was helping Elon get some knives, so he bought me one. Also about $17 or something like that. Also Ferraccio. And a synthetic horn, but it looks amazing.
Yeah. That's a lovely knife, yeah.
It's a lovely shape, isn't it? I love this.
And that bail is like super tight.
Yeah.
But this one has a pretty strong pull. I would say it's probably about a 7.8. Feels awesome.
Like a Turkish clip, is that?
Really good lockup on it.
Yeah. What sort of? Because it looks a bit like an open air shaped blade. Yeah, a bit like a Turkish clip.
But it looks like an opener. Yeah. Yes, it does.
Thank you so much, Elon. That was awesome. I mean, this is it almost looked like I wanted it because it looked like a French knife. Yeah. That I saw just because of the shape. And if you had slightly larger hands, it'd be perfect. I'm gonna have to probably go up on the kick, but it's not gonna lock up on you, or it's not gonna close on you easily.
Yeah.
So really awesome knife.
Hey Martin, yeah. So sorry, Randy. It's great to have Steel City Knife. I think he's on nights. Well, on nights. So we met him yesterday. So it was great to see him and his missus. And they've got a happy event coming up fairly soon. And
they do indeed.
I got one more knife to share real quick, and then I'll go back into the chat.
God, look at that!
An arcane design.
What's that for splitting tanks in half?
Oh, look how thick it is. Blade. Awesome jimping. Arcane design. This is Uncommon EC's knife. So thank you. Shout out to me borrow this.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Looks like my sword that I have.
Yes.
I have a sword that looks it's a Buster sword. And oh man, I love it. This is awesome. This is a killer knife.
Is that like a tanto blade? Is that?
Yeah. First.
Yeah. It's like a tanto chisel, that isn't it?
So, yeah, I would definitely recommend that one. But like $300.
Yeah, I think quite a few people like that. So I think Booger McGee thinks it's pretty badass. Sean says it's Eddie Hall's knife.
Strongman.
Ah, okay, that's the sort of knife
thing. Mike, make color great again. Send me a couple of slips.
Awesome.
He does great. I love his stitching. I have another one for Zippo somewhere. I can't find. Oh, here it is.
Randy just got a box of stuff with him. Look.
I do.
He gets sent so much stuff. He's
like the most popular guy on YouTube, isn't he?
This is Eric's special, yeah.
That's file knife, isn't it? That's amazing. I love that knife.
A great sheath for it as well.
I don't
look at that.
That's Eric Starr's work, isn't it? Yeah.
It's gonna go to Choir Boys though.
Fantastic.
Really excited.
And that sheath that you made for it as well, with the skulls, it's wonderful.
It's all right.
It's wonderful, damn it.
The rivet already fell out. Holds up really well.
Yeah. Sean's confirmed. Yeah, UK.
Really hard. It's not going to fall out at all.
That's great stuff.
Last one, just for fun. My mom's
Oh,
knife.
cool.
My mom lost her little. She had a little tiny Mark V knife, and so we're trying to get this one, but it's really thick. So I need to get a different knife.
Just don't let her fly with it, Randy. You know, because that will get found out.
Well, that's what happened.
There was loads of those cool little custom knives at Sharp Show. Did anyone see that the small one that Tony bought, Blade in Wales? It was a lovely little thin blade in a Kydex sheath. It was amazing.
Yeah,
it was cracking.
Multicolored handle.
Yeah.
If only it'd come on the show, we could share it with everyone.
Yeah, if only Tony would come on the show.
You jerk.
Yeah. So I think he's either going to come on,
but just show his hands. You know, like most of us start off doing these shows.
Just while I'm up, I'm going to show knives.
Oh, nice.
No, do. We all like a nice Spyderco.
What else I got? That's what
one thing. I was going to get some new scales for mine, and I didn't get them.
Vapor puffing, yeah.
There were some good ones there. Oh, that's cool. Is that the compact?
Yeah. That's been my main carry for the past month and a half.
Yeah.
Are you guys still doing that one blade for like one month?
We only did it for a month, Mike. Don't panic. We just did it for a month.
No,
I did the October one that was hunting for hookers, and I carried that Taylor's Eyewitness for a month.
Randy got his buck.
That was your September one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Randy said I cheated because I picked a sack for the month instead of a.
I feel like I should be picking a 3-bladed one though.
I actually think it's quite nice to carry them for a little bit longer, but it just gets a bit boring when you're doing a pocket check. Now that was something that Slippy threatened to do and didn't do, or Paddy was going to do them.
There was no time, was there? I mean, literally, we were talking about stuff.
There was hours, but we just spent more time talking, didn't we? A bit like
we were talking, we were having a laugh, we were talking about Randy a lot.
Best way to do it. I mean, that's
yeah. So that was cool. That's cool, Randy. Right, I'll just show a couple of mine, just because. Just because I'm really asking about this particular one. I bought 2 fixed blades, an Aitor, which I now find out is Spanish and not Italian as I thought, and it's quite a pointy one for me, but I really like it because you've got sort of 2 hand positions, either further back or you can choke up a bit closer. I was thinking of it for bushcraft. It might be a little bit pointy for that. I think it's the Hunter, which you can see.
Skinning and cutting meat for sure.
It's definitely got a hunting style blade, but that'll do most jobs.
Yeah, I can cut a cabbage with this, or something else. But that was great, and that was the 2 of these I got for 80 quid, which I thought was great. But this one I like, and I like this really because it has this super cool ferro rod. Sorry, let me put that up.
Oh, it's stag on that.
I think it's stag.
It is stag. When I looked at it yesterday, I was pretty sure that was the end piece of a staghorn. Yeah.
So and that's not been used at all. And then the thing, the knife, which I really like, I think I got it because of the handle. And it's got, they look like red G10 liners, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought this is quite a nice sort of like camp sort of cooking, maybe a bit of bushcraft. It's a little bit thin for batoning, but I don't know if I can show.
That one's amazing.
Which side is it on?
That's really pretty.
Yeah, it's really faint. I don't think it's going to show up on here. I'll maybe get a picture and put it in the Discord group. But it says on here more and then Ireland. And there's some sort of line or something next to it. And I tried to do some research last night, well, Googling, and there seemed to be a Davy Moore from Ireland that made custom knives. So so I think I've got quite a nice knife here, but I'd love to know more about it. So if anybody watching knows anything about Davy Moore from Ireland, then please let me know.
Which stall did you get it from?
Oh, I think it was a guy that was selling the secondhand, a lot of secondhand Swiss Army knives, and he had some just a little bit further along.
Was he next to Shin?
Yes, he was.
Next
because
to
I think
Shin.
by the time Slippy did his video, I think I'd already bought these, so they weren't on that stall. But yeah. So I'd love to know more about that. The other one that I was really pleased to get was to get this nice little Rough Rider.
Oh, that's wonderful little knife. Yeah.
And it was in Congi's bargain bucket, and it was 10 quid. So or 10 pounds, 10 English pounds for a non
$10.
About the same these days, isn't it? It's not a lot different.
Pretty much.
But that's let me try and do this in a way that I don't. So it's got a really nice it says, I think it says on there, which I thought was interesting. I don't know, it's not going to show.
1990.
440.
ALC.
Oh, I can't see. Let me see on my
Is that the RR 1991 model?
It just, yeah. It just says 440 razor sharp steel.
Yeah.
But what I really like is this nice sheep's foot.
Yeah, it's a fantastic knife. It really is a nice knife.
And then
how much? Oh, it's that was £10. I think they're about £22 here.
I think so. Yeah. I think only about double that, but it's really nicely put together.
About that much here is 12.28 right now on Works.
Thanks for that, Randy. Yeah, make us feel good about it. Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah. It's normally less than the transfer the conversion. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. And then the other one that I showed on Slippy and TK's is this little German knife, and it's not very easy to read the tang, but it says Gießen and Forsthof, Solingen, Germany.
Is there any file work on that? When you first showed it, I thought there was on the back.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just a single back spring. But it's a really nice little sort of gentleman's knife. I think it's one that I could get out at work, and nobody would.
Yeah,
really.
It's nice and small, isn't it?
And stuff, and as I work in an office when I'm there. So I was pleased with that one. I won't embarrass myself by trying to open the Heine Haynes one again, but
I think that Heine Haynes is a wonderful little knife. That could be my knife of the year, I think.
I think it's got a cracking blade, and then I got these two clip points, which one is the twisted assisted one, which isn't that one.
Okay.
So that's a standard Arthur Wright. I got that from lovely Dan Bladebridge. Hi Dwayne, good to have you in the house. And Kathleen. Great to have Kathleen here too.
Oh, you got the twisted assisted Arthur Wright.
Yeah.
They were a really good price at the show, weren't they?
Yeah. So they were good. So I think these were 40 quid. The one I got from Dan was 20, which was a bargain. So.
But that Arthur Wright has got American-made Mike Carter handles on it as well.
Yeah. And one thing I forgot to show on the Slippy and Thrifty show, which I might start. This might be a new collection. Is tactical chip forks, as I've got a Mikey special.
And you've got that little one as well, haven't you?
And then I've got this little titanium one that I can put into another kit, because I have a few EDC kits So it's good. It's good to have one of these in each of them. And obviously, I've only got one from Mikey until he makes some more. Which
Didn't Bees get one as well, and then swap it with yours because it was a better colour?
yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm a guy. I don't worry quite so much about colours, but Bees was very keen on the other one, so I said, yeah, it's no problem. To be honest, if you'd have swapped them, I wouldn't have noticed anyway.
I know, exactly.
It's too nice to do that anyway. So great to have you here, Mick. Great to have you joining us. Yeah, I think I showed the mini bokeh tool. Bokeh mini bokeh tool thing. What's it called? Mini bokeh mini tool, mini tech tool. That's it, mini tech tool. And with this interesting combination tool, which is very Victorinox like, but it opened my beer well, and I'm going to try the package opener and the screwdriver. No, Elon, I think I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to build up my strength until I can open it. So that'll be fine. And
here. See, you knock on leather mittens, but
no, I'm not going to resort to. If I get really stuck, I've got my Gerber shard, which I use. So yeah, I quite like the blade on this tech tool. So it's sort of like a spear point, or a drop point.
I've got well, that's like a small sack, isn't it?
Yes.
I've got the Fox Vulpes, which is like a small little version of that, or. But it is quite small. But it's got an M390 blade still, I think, which is quite good for a small penknife.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah. And then the other one, which I think was another one of my bargains, really, which it was in this secondhand stall, and it's just a random China knife.
That's still really cool, though.
In D2.
I love that. When that in hand is a real chunky boy.
It's nice, and you can, with your thumb behind it, because it's a friction folder, it's not going to go anywhere, and you can push your finger up. So it's a nice sort of Warncliffe, I guess. But
I think TK's got the same knife, hasn't he? I think it's in D2 still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cracking little knife. It really is.
Yeah, so I thought this was my first sort of friction folder. Oh, by the way, if I'm looking a bit sort of swarthy, it's not because I couldn't be bothered shaving. I'm doing Movember, which I do every couple of years, and I lead a team at work, and I think we've got 10 or 11 of us this year, which is a really great team. So I might be putting some links out on my channel or in the Discord group. The great thing is that if you do sponsor me for Movember, as well as it being to raise awareness for men's health and to raise some money, and the Movember charity does a lot of stuff around testicular and prostate cancer and about men's mental health as well. So as well as growing a moustache, so I'm just getting a bit of facial hair for now, I'm also doing the move option, which means I'm going to walk 60 kilometers over the 30 days, which shouldn't be too hard. But it's 60 kilometers because globally 60 men commit suicide every hour. So we want to do more to stop that happening. And too many men die young. And we're not good at talking about our health. We're not good at talking to other people about problems either. So that's one of the things to raise awareness. But one of the good things is that my company has agreed to cash match. So you don't need to give a lot of money. If you can just give £5 or $5, like a beer, and you can't even buy a knife for £5, even a Rough Rider. So, but my company will add the same amount to it. So
awesome. Really awesome.
We're going to need that link, Mark. We will need that link so we can.
I will do. I want to have a bit of proper facial hair. I'm not going to compete with Kalen.
How long is that going to take then? Is that why you do it once every year, 2 years, just so you can grow one out?
Well, by the 30th, I'll have a decent. It's
like Captain Caveman.
I can't run a marathon, but I can grow facial hair. So
off mine. It was killing me. I had it for 2 weeks.
It gets itchy. I don't like the itchy feeling, especially when it's attached. But anyway, so over the next few weeks, you should see this. So next week, I'll get some links in and I'll share them in the Discord. I'll put them on my channel as well. So it's something that's quite important to me. I had a bit of a prostate scare earlier this year, and NHS, fantastic. So it's one of the things, you know, guys, get your health checks. If you don't have an annual health check, do it. There's a great thing in November about Know Thy Nuts, which is about doing your own testicular check. Or, you know, if you're that sort of person, you know, check with a friend. It's not really my
Sean
thing.
can do it for you.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Yay!
I'm sure he would. And he's trained as well. So
And he's got warm hands. They
Yeah.
cut really nicely.
yeah, but just, you know, just to remember that and it's quite a serious thing that not everybody's always in good mental health. We shouldn't be ashamed of it. It's just like any other illness, and we should reach out and get some help. And that's one of the things I like about the Discord group, actually, is, you know, it's a great place to go and talk to people. And I know it's kept me going when I've had some tough times, you know, tough times with my channel and things. It's always great to have somebody there to talk to about stuff. So anyway, that's enough about that. I think just one last knife, I think, was something to add to my Alox collection, which I'm a bit of a fan of the silver Alox. And so I've got this electrician. I am not going to, I had thought about giving it to my son, but I'm just going to show you a sort of a sorry tale of what happens when you don't use a knife properly. So now, to be fair to my son, he's rewiring my house for nothing, because he's an electrician. He's great at doing that. But this is the Knipex electrician knife, which is a great knife. It's had a bit of a beating from him in the past. I've sharpened it up a couple of times, but it does have a weak spot because of the cutout in the blade.
You should send that knife to a Tony, because he loves knives with like broken blades.
Does he? Well, I guess you could. You probably could re-profile. You know,
It's like a nail puller now, isn't it?
It is. It is. Well, I think it would just snap.
And the
again,
price
so-
is you might as well buy a new one.
Yeah. So I think I will look out for another electrician knife, but I think it will be one with a built-in screwdriver or pry bar. But yeah. So but he said, "Oh, Dad, sorry about this," and I thought, well, it doesn't matter. He was using it to work. So and
Sure. Yeah, whatever.
he's done a lot of work in my house today. So, but yeah, please have a pry bar, and instead of using your blade for it. But anyway,
Unless you've got a blade like Randy's,
that,
Fun.
that could pry. You could pry open a safe with that, Randy, couldn't you?
I think you could.
I got one for Mikey though.
You got one for me. What's that?
Timu special. It's a Timu special.
A Timu special.
Can't even open it.
He's going to go for his hand or something. What am I going to do with that?
It looks like a flip knife.
Okay. Go straight to jail. Do not collect £200.
You really like that little chunk a lot though.
That's a good little knife. That's a great little knife.
Was cutting open sandbags with that one, no problem.
Is that a Rosecraft? One of their moderns?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, Booger. I think it's if you're using one of their normal tools for what you're meant to use them for, I think they probably do have a lifetime warranty. I don't think the knives do for stuff.
Yeah.
Addicted to Blades is here. Great to have you here. I'm thinking it's about that time in the show to do the Curry scrap.
I just got a question.
Yeah, sure.
Any questions, which is fine. But what would you do differently of the next show that you did this time?
Ooh.
Would you do it differently?
Sean's thinking.
I'm probably going to try not to cut my finger whilst looking at a nice new knife that my friend's just released. Although, I mean, it is called Doing a Randy.
First aid kit.
What would I do differently?
Yeah. Sorry, what would you do?
I don't know.
I'd like it to be a 2-day event, even if it was just a kind of the first day of that being us all meeting up somewhere and having a bit of time just to catch up and everything, and then the second day actually going around, because I think we all were so kind of pleased to see everybody, and we spent a lot of time talking. And I don't know though. I don't know. It was good. It was really good. So maybe it was really good. It's a little bit like a Black Friday sale when you first get like through the door. Everyone seems to be running around the stalls trying to find any bargains or rare stuff.
Yeah.
But there was still some really good stuff to buy there, even by like halfway through the day there was still stuff on the stalls. So
yeah.
Stuff seemed to you miss.
Yeah, I think it would be nice. It would be nice to do sort of the evening thing, maybe, and because I live close, it's but it'd be great just to meet up. And
yeah, I think we'd have to pick a better pub next time to like meeting. The pub that we picked wasn't the best. I mean, it seems that it opens at 10 and it shuts at 5, but it goes so fast. It really does go fast.
I think it was starting to. I think I left at about 4:15, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was some of the tables had cleared away by then, hadn't they?
Yeah. I think certain stalls didn't bring a great deal of stock. I think TRC. I mean, they come over from Lithuania, and I think they might have only had about 10 knives total.
They didn't need to sell a lot to make their money, though, did they?
No. Well, I mean, they've come quite a long way, but there was quite a few stalls that did seem to be selling out of stuff pretty fast.
I mean, Dan said he could have brought more stuff. I was surprised. I'd have just put everything out if it was.
I mean, Dan did have a lot of stuff, and to be fair, I don't know where I've put them. Dan, I've got a couple of little bucks off of Dan, like a little keyring buck and a little lock knife, and I did also pick up my first Swiss card as well from like Dan.
Ah, yes, yeah, that was a bargain too.
Oh yeah, I mean he had 3 or 4. I think 3 or 4 of these in I think there was black ones and pink ones and stuff.
I think Dan should get somebody else to sell his stuff because he gives a lot of his stuff away to.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean,
especially to Slippy. But no, I'm not jealous. I saw the bargain he got with that nice old Victorinox with the bale. Yeah.
Did you see some of those Kieranite sacks though? They were beautiful. There was one that had copper and brass scales, liners, amazing. And then like the Kieranite scales, it was really nice.
Yeah, no, they're amazing.
Yeah.
So I think it was my first time meeting Dan this weekend. Obviously, I've seen him on the lives. Didn't really get to see him last year, although I saw him, but didn't, from a distance.
Because he didn't have a table last time, did he?
Yeah. That's probably the best way to meet Dan is from a distance.
I felt really bad because we were sitting down at one of those tables having a cup of tea, and Dan had just slid across some of his customs to me to have a look at, and then that's when Gus burst in, fresh from the hospital, not quite in a hospital gown, but as if he'd escaped, but he still had his tag on, and so I got a bit distracted, so I didn't really talk much to Dan at last year's show. But he seemed to have a good.
He's a really nice guy. He really is a nice guy.
He's a lovely guy, and his work is amazing. I mean, it's top notch when it comes to like the sacks and sharpening.
Yeah. Although to be fair to Slippy, from what I've seen of his customs, I haven't got one yet, but his customs look brilliant as well.
Yeah.
They look really good.
Slippers
I
now.
know he doesn't always think so, but all of the ones I've seen look spot on. So
They are. They're like really. I think I've got 3 of his now. I think they're really good.
yeah. See you, Nigel. So
Good night, Nige.
seeing you yesterday. Yeah, so I think the other thing, I think I'd want to have a slightly better plan, because I didn't have a plan, and that's why I ended up buying 10 knives, and I'm happy with them. But I think
I don't think you can make a plan. I don't think you can make. I tried to have a plan, and as soon as I walked through the door, the plan just didn't work, and it was
100%. I agree. You shouldn't go in there with a plan. Go in there.
I did have a bit of a plan. That was to get some Sheffield knives and to look for a small folding buck. You know, like
yeah, slip joint buck, wasn't it?
Slip joint buck. Yeah. But
now there was a. I mean, there wasn't a lot of. There wasn't many bucks there. There was a couple. I saw a couple of nice ones that I felt were a little bit overpriced.
Yeah.
As well, there was one next to Congies that was there that was really nice, but I thought it was overpriced.
Yeah. So I think that was. So
Is that the Duke?
Yeah, 125, I think it was.
Yeah. Mikey, sorry. Yeah, and what about that anniversary 110?
Right. So the first time, apparently, we went to the store. It was 400. Then I went round with Slippy, and he said 350. And it just seemed like a lot of money.
Okay. Now, talking of bucks, let me just bring this up for the.
Are you going to hit me with bucks? Are you?
Of course.
My come
Look at him.
Keep.
No. The rules are you can keep one, a special one to put away and not use.
Yeah.
You can carry one,
and I can give one away.
Use for work, and you can scrap or give one away. Okay. So
Give one to Randy.
Where did you get that photo of me in my tent?
I don't know where. I'll come back to that in a bit. Randy's great with these things. So we've got three bucks here. This one is a smaller one, so a 55 LE yellow horse, day hunter, so one of their customs. The second one is the buck 110 in elk stag, which is a wild horse customs. And then the third one is a Tiffany & Co. sterling silver buck 507. I'm not sure how big they are.
You've picked custom bucks, haven't you? Bucks that have been reworked.
I wasn't just going to give you any buck.
I like most bucks, so any bucks are fine.
Do you like these bucks?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep, carry, and scrap. Which ones?
Am I going first?
Yeah.
I would keep the 110 elk stag with the S30V blade.
Yeah.
I would carry the 55 yellow horse.
Oh, okay.
And anything that's got Tiffany & Co. is not to do with me. It's very bling. I would have to pass that over to Randy.
I would take it greatly.
It's a nice one. I'm just Sean, what are your thoughts on this?
Do you know, I think I'd agree with Mikey on that. 55 for what I'd like, if being in the UK, if the 55 was a slip joint, it'd be even better.
That's what we all want, isn't it?
You know, so many people said that at the show at various different stalls. I don't know how the bucks come up, but somebody started to talk about the buck 55, and then I heard somebody say, "Wouldn't it make a wonderful slip joint?"
Yeah.
So you're the same as Mikey.
I think I'd go with Mikey. Same as Mikey, because I'm not a Tiffany guy.
Okay. And if anybody wants to put something in the chat, then please do. I saw Slippy has, which we'll come back to. Randy, what's your thinking on this?
So actually, I'm with Kathleen. She said, scrap the first one. So Yellow Horse knives are beautiful. They really are. But I can get a Rough Rider one. And they're still really excellent knives. So I would probably scrap that one. I would keep the Stag because have you guys ever seen Warren Silver? Like silverware? It just it's beautiful. It gets a little bit of tarnish. I think that would be a really beautiful knife if you carried it for a while.
Yeah. I think Kathleen's invented a new version of this, which is scrap, keep, and save. So I think that's a carry. I think that's a carry for 3. I mean, I thought this would make a nice sort of like gentleman's carry.
No, beautiful.
Slippy's got easy for him. So carry 2, keep 3, scrap 1. Oh, right, okay. So he's with Kathleen. Chuck is saying use the 55 Ali, keep the 507, and give the 110 to Randy. Randy, it obviously, you know what? It pays to be a nice guy. So, and sorry, I realize I cover you up, Mikey, every time I show a comment. But yeah, this just shows it pays to be nice, doesn't it? Because everybody wants to give their knives to Randy.
We love giving knives to a Randy.
There isn't a better person to do that for. So
it's always fun to give people knives. I just personally.
Yeah, I think, and it's about karma, isn't it? You know, and you spread the love. Radar agrees with Slippy. Tony just says he wants the Yellow Horse. Hi Burfree. Great to have you. Late is fine.
That's a great name, isn't it? Burfree.
Burfree. I like that. Obviously not an open L. So Booger says keep the 110, carry the Tiff, and scrap the 55 Ali because he already has one. Right, we won't hold that against you, Booger, but we're just a bit.
Well, he doesn't have to scrap it. He could just send it to me because that'd be fine.
Oh, one is pretty but looks gas stationy. Obviously, this is an American thing. We don't have these at our petrol stations. Not unless we're in a bit of trouble.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Yellow Horse is garish. I think I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. Is this typical of Native American knives to be colourful?
Modern.
Right. Burfree's jumped straight in, just joined. So keep and carry this. Oh, okay. Just the one. Right. Okay. Controversial.
The Stag 110 is rather nice.
No,
yeah.
Really.
So, do you want to know how much they cost? Oh, here we go. Sorry. That's so. The Yellow Horse one is.
Oh my God.
Is the expensive one.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So that must be one of the most expensive gas station knives you can get.
You can buy a lot of gas with that.
I mean, I personally didn't say.
Well, here you go.
I would keep the buck and carry the Tiffany.
They're all bucks.
Special. Sorry, keep the 110, the Stag, and carry the Tiffany one on special occasions. But I don't quite know how big it is. How big is a 507?
Small one. It's a small one.
5.
Really small.
Very small.
Very, very small. I've got 2 or 3 of the plain ones here. Yeah, they're small knives.
Okay, Thrifty, living up to his name, has turned down the. But if you were given it, Thrifty, would you have it? Would you keep it? Because I think I'd probably sell it and buy a few other ones for that. I think. Anyway, it's just a bit of fun. I wish I had them. These were all on eBay. So yeah. See, hang on. Let's get rid of this. And although, hang on. Just before I get rid of this, let's just if I can work out how to go back.
Oh, is that a nice buck 110 finger groove, Sean?
It is. Yeah.
Good man.
Hang on.
And what's that? 112?
Let me pull that one up.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a 110 and a 112? I haven't plucked up courage to ask people before. Okay. Oh, that looks a slightly better size for me then. The 112's the smaller one, yeah?
Yeah.
112 is a really nice size.
It looks like I'm less likely to have the police called if I have that.
The 112, if it was a slip joint, would be UK legal, I believe.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the 110 is
Look at that.
it's a good old handful, that is.
It's my favourite. It's my favourite.
I think the what? Yeah.
Bit of a trim up.
Thanks, Booger. 2.75-inch blade. That's Slippy thinks the 112 is far superior.
But Slippy is allowed to be wrong.
It's nice to see his words getting thrown back at him.
He's a bugger, though, isn't he? He can be a bugger.
Hey, EDC, great to have you here. I was going to say we're starting to wind down, but Randy, have you got any more questions for us?
That's all I could really think of. Really, was just what would you do differently?
Well, I've got my answer.
Okay.
If I could do it differently, I'd have flown you over, Randy.
That would have been super cool.
I would have flown you over. I'd have taken you around all the stalls and let you find all the best bargains for us.
You'd have to be like Master Blaster.
Master what? Oh,
Master.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
That's the one, yeah.
Thunderdome. It's yeah. Oh, geez, that takes me back a bit. Yeah. So I
loved hearing you guys talk about knives. So
I think I was just trying to work out what this was. I think it's an insult to Slippy, isn't it? So I think
slow down, pigtails.
I think this was due. I think this is in response to the 112. I think.
Yeah, is this to do with Slippy's amazing man hair?
It's beautiful. Come on.
I mean, when you see it in like person and up close, like, especially when you share a room with him for like a whole night, it's lovely and soft to like sleep on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't play the old trick about, oh no, they haven't got any twin rooms available trick, did you?
No, I just waited for him to go to bed, and then I got in like the same bed. There was no tricks.
It's great to have true budget EDC in the room as well. That's great. And yeah, so everybody's jealous. And
I am.
right. Liked your ATOS. Yeah, I think to be fair to Slippy, I think there is a bit of follicle envy there.
I've got hair. It just doesn't grow on my head anymore. It tends to come out of my ears.
What is that with getting older? That ears and nose suddenly.
You know,
on the top of my head, not so much.
On my niece, there was a spider in my nose because you get the hairs coming out like this, and I look like a spider. Oh my god!
Quick, John, show a knife. We're drifting off topic. We can normally rely on Sean to have a knife to show. Oh, hang on, Mikey. What? Whoa!
I'm just going to get out my most expensive purchase of the show again.
You get your money's worth out of that. So how does it compare with your other DBK knife?
Well, they're two quite different knives. Different steels as well, but the quality on them is outstanding. They are faultless, without fault. They are amazing. Yeah, really well made, really well ground, really sharp. Yeah, stunning knives.
Yeah,
but I have paid for I have paid for the privilege.
So yeah, so you would expect that. Oh yeah, Randy's just showing his Spanish knife again. Yeah, I have to say I'm quite impressed by the Spanish knife. I mean, the Ato that I had a really nice bit of wood on there.
That's a lovely knife. I had that in hand yesterday. I was very pleased with that knife. That is a great feeling knife. Yeah.
Not one I can get out in public though, really.
What's
Well,
If I,
maybe in Texas, you could.
yes, I think this would be just standard for
they're like 5 in each hand.
Yeah, I think in the UK, if I got this out on the high street, somebody would call the police. And I would take it.
Yes, definitely.
I mean,
Randy, show us that red knife again. I want to see that big boy, that chunky monkey. Look at that. No. I mean, that's a great knife. I meant the folder.
Oh,
But
One from Jake.
I don't mind seeing that again. No.
oh, this one.
The tank splitter.
the
I just-
tank- is it a folder? I thought it was a fixed blade.
No, it is. It's a blade.
It's a fixed blade.
Oh, it's a fixed blade. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. I wouldn't get that out in a public street in the UK either.
I just walk around with it all day if it was mine.
That would be a good knife for an electrician because I don't think he'd snap that tip.
No. Maybe I should get the is it the Mora that do a chisel?
Yes, they do a chisel one. I think there's a couple there.
Yeah.
I'm
Spotter Sports do one as well.
Yeah.
only time- it's just a teaser.
Oh, that was too quick. That was a teaser.
Missed that.
Lion steel. Oh.
Mine. It's not mine,
Oh.
and I'm not going to do a video on it,
Okay.
but hopefully we'll see it again.
Hang on. Let's just see. So we've got some more buck stuff here. This is the super buck spa treatment, or
They couldn't fix it. What was wrong with it?
what have you done to it, Kathleen? And the problem is, the new knife has very proud pins. Okay. That means sticky out, not that it's
Which
No.
buck was it? Was it one that they don't make anymore? So perhaps they didn't have any spare parts for it.
Maybe. The Ator Pasta is a beautiful knife.
Pastor. Yeah.
Pastor. Is that that one? Yeah.
It's a sod buster, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tony's asked a rhetorical question, I think, because I think we'll all be booking up for next year. Well,
Are we all doing back to Sharp Show next year? Well, it all depends, Tony. If you're going to be there, then probably not.
Proud pins seems to be a buck common thing.
Well, mine has proud pins on it.
Okay. Yeah, discontinued. Right, they said the blade was broken. Okay. Yeah, I think that was a hell yeah from Sean. So that's cool. So I think we've been going for an hour and a half, a bit like Sharp Show. It goes really quickly. These shows.
It was fun.
And it's always good fun. And I think like Sharp Show, I think it was Bees that said on Sniffy and TK's show that what was great about that was even though some of us had never met, we felt like old friends when we were just together.
Yeah.
It seemed completely natural, didn't it? And
It always is. It always is. Yeah.
I think that's partly Discord, which I think we're all grateful for Discord as well. Us four are in there, as were many of the other people that we saw at Sharp Show.
We met Tony for the first time, but it was like we kind of knew him anyway, wasn't it? Really?
For the weekend.
Yeah. And then we met Bees, and what was really good was that she wasn't actually covered in bees.
I was surprised.
I was surprised, and I was pleasantly
surprised
about that.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to get stung.
No. Because we've all seen those pictures of somebody with like a bee beard. With,
around his bee knife.
I'm sending this to Bees.
Yeah. Great. Thanks for putting the link in the chat. And the other thing, I have noticed a few people that I see in the chats in the live streams, and I see them in the Discord group, but they don't always chat. So please jump in. We're not clicky, and we don't bite.
We are a bit stupid.
We are a bit stupid, and you know, we even talk about knives sometimes. You know, on the rare
Very
occasion.
rarely.
Except when it's NKD, which isn't naked, it's New Knife Day.
Oh, I thought it was naked because every time I get a new knife, I just take my clothes off.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, yeah. So, well, you were getting naked a lot then, because sometimes this year, Mikey, it's been like NKD 10 times 10. So,
All of us. I need 10 people.
Yeah, Booger. I think this was a thing. It was, I think we were all there for at least 6 hours, and I think I was driving home and realized I'd only had one cup of coffee and a Twix bar.
You know what though? Even if I hadn't bought a single knife, I would have still gone, because just seeing all of the crowd there was just wonderful. Yeah. Just buying 3 knives and then getting some gifts of knife was just the icing on the cake, really. But just seeing all you guys again was like fabulous.
Yeah, is that Slippy's? Is that the world? Is that the new world record? 27.
No, I think he's had more than that before.
He bought that job lot of Victorinox one. I'm
sure he's had like New Knife Day 524 or something.
Yeah, easily.
Right. I think we're cool at time there. So big thanks to Randy for putting us talking about our purchases, and for not being there, and for moderating as always. Great to have you back again, Sean, one of our regular co-hosts, and Mikey. Great to have you here again. You were here last week. It was great to see you yesterday.
It was wonderful.
Great today. So
yeah, thank you.
And you're welcome back anytime. Here we go. Yeah, Slippy. 50 is his best so far.
That's a lot of knives in one day for anybody, isn't it? 50.
That's a lot. I bet even Kalen, who you know.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, well, I don't know, but I mean, Kalen could probably push it.
Maybe that would be a topic of another cool sometime.
Maybe we should run a competition of who can buy the most knives in like one day.
I thought 10 was a lot for me, actually. So
you know what, you outdid most of us. You were probably in second place, I think, for the amount of knives bought.
Well, I bought 3 in Kongi's bargain box, so you know that was an easy thing.
I bought 3 for the whole day.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't told my wife. So she doesn't watch this, so that's okay. But I didn't go too far over budget, actually, which was good.
I was way under budget. Which was good.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, that's because you set an extremely high budget, Mikey.
Well, yeah, until I saw how expensive the knife was that I wanted, and I could have bought it, but I was like, this is too much.
What was this?
62.
What?
That's probably that. Yeah.
Was it a sack batch?
It's going to be a sack, isn't it? I reckon sack batch. Yeah, it's got to be a sack batch.
Oh, here we go. eBay lot. Was this one of those like TSA boxes? Because you can get
full of 58mm sacks.
Hey, we could all do that. I've seen the crazy. Is it the crazy Russian hacker? He did one. There was a lot of crap knives. So there were a few. Okay, I bet TSA get all the best ones.
Yeah, I get my mom's knives back.
Yeah. And 10 Torch Tony. He's bought more torches. He did actually. Yesterday, he had a fistful of Olites from that.
I think he's bought one for each shed that he's got.
I think so.
I missed the Olites. I totally missed that store.
I bought some Olites to do a review on and potential gifts for people. Family and stuff, and about 2 weeks ago I was kicking myself because they were like half price on that store.
Yeah, but you didn't know that they were going to be there, did you? To be fair, I saw Gus and Tony there buying stuff, but I've got so many flashlights I really didn't need it anymore, even though they were cheap.
Yeah, Yeah, I think you can. Well, I think it's hard to have too many torches, but this time of year in the UK when it's early nights and just having one on your keychain is
what's too many torches? Because
Oh,
I might have too many.
Come on, fess up. How many?
Oh, I don't know. 30, 40?
Oh, okay. That's probably bordering too many.
Yeah.
I mean, I have one for my dog now. This is
Oh,
my
yeah.
dog.
Yeah, they're brilliant. Awesome.
I was using it this evening, although I
Is it
realized.
Goba?
Yeah. This is the small one. It's like the big double one as well, but it's
Oh, those are double ones just locked together to make one.
Are they? Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just two of those.
Yeah.
What's that, Randy?
What's that, Randy?
My vein. It goes bloop, bloop, bloop. Blow me up real quick.
I thought we had a big red spot on it.
Because I keep meaning to do something with my lights because I borrowed them from my daughter, and if I can.
Randy's got big guns. I reckon he could probably open your knife for you, Mark.
I think he could. I mean, I think many people could open my knife for me. I'm going to get my lights changing in the background, but right, okay. I think we're sorry, Booger. Booger has got over 100 torches. I think you've got a problem, Booger. I think that's.
Well, maybe we should do a flashlight show one day, an EDC flashlight. So.
I think we should actually. I think
some people seem to like him.
Guys, but I think there's a bit of a crossover. You know, it's a bit like Zippos.
We all like Zippos.
Yeah, we do. I've lost 2 now. I need to buy another one, but yeah, and then yeah. So it is if you have a lot, and then you've got to keep them charged, and so yeah. Anyway, right. I think I've said this about 3 times now. I think we're going to call it a night. So thanks everyone. Thanks to the guests. Big thank you for the people in the chat, especially those who've been here the whole time, because we do go on a bit. But I hope you like the Keep Carry Scrap. Next week I will work out who the guest is, and you'll see if you keep a track on YouTube. I'll put up a link.
Is it Lord Lucan?
Oh, I should have checked. I should have checked.
Sugar.
I think it's Make Cutlery Great Again. I think it is. So I'll check. But that will be on the 10th at the same time. Thanks again. We'll see you soon, and take care. Thanks, everyone.